Hey there, my amazing channel subscribers, viewers, and supporters. Here's a special compilation of the top 5 most watched videos from the past year. If you've already watched all of them, you are officially awesome. Thank you for your support, and I hope my videos didn't make you feel like you wasted precious minutes of your life. If you haven't seen them yet, that's okay. This compilation is your golden ticket to catch up. Now, let me tell you, creating these short videos is no joke. Behind every video is a mountain of effort and a pinch of madness to bring it to life on this channel. I hope my videos are more than just a chuckle-worthy ride full of exaggerated jokes. My goal is to give you a moment to pause, reflect, and maybe ponder the deeper meaning behind the stories. Thanks again for watching and supporting. Stay tuned, and keep being awesome. Explore global cultures, find unity in diversity, stories that bridge worlds and hearts. One sunny day, a little boy sold his deep-fried dough sticks and counted his earnings, a grand total of 50 coins. He carefully placed the money in his basket, covered it with an oilcloth, and strolled down a narrow street with the grace of a cat who just nabbed the cream. As he wandered, he heard a ruckus from behind a wall to the east. There were shouts, cries, and all sorts of chaos. The boy's curiosity, as boundless as a bottomless pit, got the better of him. He looked around, saw no one, and decided to park his basket under the wall, climbing up like a little monkey to see the action. Half an hour of prime-time entertainment later, the commotion ended. The boy hopped down, grabbed his basket, and discovered his 50 coins were gone. He panicked, scratched his head, and then went full drama mode, lying in the street and crying his heart out. His performance was so convincing that it drew a crowd of concerned passersby. Meanwhile, Bao Zhang, the legendary magistrate known for his no-nonsense approach to justice, was returning to the capital. His trusted officers, Wang Chao and Ma Han, saw the boy's Oscar-worthy performance and thought, "This looks like a job for Bao Zhang." They reported the situation, and Bao Zhang, ever the man of action, had his sedan chair lowered and summoned the boy. "What's the matter, kid? Tell me your troubles, and I'll make it right," Bao Zhang declared. The boy, sniffling and wiping his tears, recounted his tale of woe. Bao Zhang listened carefully, examined the scene, and after a moment of deep contemplation, pointed dramatically at the stone block. "Aha! It was this stone that stole the money." The crowd gasped. "A stone thief? This was new." Bao Zhang ordered Wang Chao and Ma Han to haul the stone to the Guandi temple, set up a temporary court, and prepare for a public trial. This was going to be one for the history books. News of the stone trial spread like wildfire. The townsfolk, eager for some top-notch entertainment, flocked to the temple. They whispered among themselves, "Bao Zhang is brilliant, but this is just nuts. A stone thief? Really?" In the temple courtyard, Bao Zhang sat with the gravitas of a king. The stone was tied up and placed before him. With a loud bang of the gavel, Bao Zhang commanded, "Stone, how dare you steal the child's money? Confess at once." The stone, unsurprisingly, remained silent. Bao Zhang, not missing a beat, declared, "It seems you need a little encouragement. Guards, administer 40 lashes." The crowd burst into laughter. "You could beat it all day, it's still a rock," they jeered. Bao Zhang, however, had a plan. He quietly instructed Wang Chao and Ma Han to place a basin of hot water next to the stone and lock the temple doors. Turning to the crowd, Bao Zhang announced, "I have my reasons for questioning this stone. Look at this poor child who lost his money have a heart. I ask each of you to donate a coin to help his sick mother." The crowd, moved by Bao Zhang's appeal, eagerly threw coins into the hot water. Amid the clinking of coins, one burly man's contribution caused oil to float to the surface. Bao Zhang, ever observant, had Wang Chao seize the man and retrieve his coin, placing it on the stone. Bao Zhang then declared, "The stone has confessed. It witnessed you stealing the boy's money. Confess, thief. The burly man, spooked by Bao Zhang's theatrics and convinced the stone really had ratted him out, confessed to the theft and handed over the 50 coins. Bao Zhang, showing mercy for a first-time offender, let the man go with a stern warning. The boy, now rich with coins, bowed deeply to Bao Zhang and skipped home, his troubles forgotten. The crowd, now believers in Bao Zhang's mystical powers, whispered. He made a stone talk. Truly, he's a god among men. In reality, it wasn't divine intervention but Bao Zhang's sharp eye for detail, the oil on the coin that solved the case. And so, justice was served, with a side of humor and a dash of ancient wisdom.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to explore, learn, and get connected. See you in the next video.
Explore global cultures, find unity in diversity, stories that bridge worlds and hearts. In ancient times, in a land where archery was king, there lived a master named Gan Ying. His arrows never missed, and animals would drop whenever he drew his bow. His arrows were so accurate that even the birds started wearing helmets. Among his star students was a fellow named Fei Wei, who became so skilled that he eventually outshot his master. One day, a young eager student named Ji Chang showed up, eager to learn from the legendary Fei Wei. Fei Wei, with a twinkle in his eye, told Ji Chang, "Before you can shoot like me, you need to learn to stare without blinking. Only then can you hit the bullseye." Determined, Ji Chang went home and took an unconventional approach. He lay under his wife's loom, staring at the shuttle zipping back and forth like it owed him money. This went on for 2 years. By then, Ji Chang had mastered the art of unblinking. Even if someone tried to poke his eye with a needle, he wouldn't blink, like a cat watching a laser pointer. When Ji Chang proudly shared his progress, Fei Wei chuckled and said, "Nice try, but you're not there yet. You need eagle eyes. See tiny things as clearly as big ones and details as plainly as obvious objects. Then we'll talk." Taking this advice to heart, Ji Chang tied a flea to an oxtail hair and hung it in his window. Every day, he stared at it from afar. After 10 days, the flea started looking like a breadcrumb. 3 years later, the flea seemed as big as a cartwheel to him. Confident in his newfound super sight, Ji Chang picked up his special bow and arrows, took aim at the flea, and bam! Shot right through its center without even snapping the hair. Feeling like the world's greatest archer, he hurried back to show off to Fei Wei. Fei Wei was so thrilled he did a happy dance, clapping and stomping. "You've got it, Ji Chang, you've cracked the archery code." Having learned everything from Fei Wei, Ji Chang felt unstoppable. But he also realized that only Fei Wei could match his skills. So naturally, he thought, why not have a friendly duel? They met in the wild for a showdown. Both shot arrows at each other, and their arrows collided mid-air and fell harmlessly to the ground. In the end, Fei Wei ran out of arrows, but Ji Chang had one left. He let it fly, but Fei Wei blocked it perfectly with a thorn, deflecting it with pinpoint precision. Realizing they were perfectly matched, they dropped their bows and hugged it out, tears streaming down their faces. They pledged to treat each other like father and son and swore never to teach their incredible skills to anyone else. Learning a new skill can be a long, challenging journey, often filled with quirky and funny moments. Ji Chang's dedication to mastering archery, from staring without blinking to seeing fleas as big as wheels, shows that with perseverance and be chill, you can achieve greatness. So, whether you're learning to speed read, shoot arrows, or tackle any new challenge, remember, stay focused, keep practicing, and don't forget to have a little fun along the way.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to explore, learn, and get connected. See you in the next video.
Explore global cultures, find unity in diversity, stories that bridge worlds and hearts. Once upon a time, there were 8 divines, kind of like a magical dream team who were famous for their quirky powers. They are Hang Guo Lao, Han Hong Li, Lu Dong Bin, Tai Guai Li, He Shang Gu, Han Shang Zi, Lan Kai He, and Cao Guo Jiu. Basically, they were the original squad goals. One fine day, after attending a massive birthday bash for the Queen Mother of the West, the 8 divines were flying back home over the East Sea. They were cruising in the clouds when they spotted the most epic waves below, like the kind surfers dream about. Naturally, someone suggested a new game. Lu Dongbin, always the competitive one, said, "Hey, why don't we throw our magical stuff into the sea and use it to cross the water? Whoever makes it across first wins." Everyone loved the idea because divines love showing off. Probably too much celestial wine involved too. Tai Guai Li was the first to respond enthusiastically, "Great idea. Watch mine first." He threw his iron crutch into the sea, and it floated like a small boat. With a somersault, Tai Guai Li landed on the crutch, balancing on it in the water. Next, Han Hong Li tossed his banana leaf fan onto the sea and leaped onto it. The other divines soon followed suit, each showcasing their unique abilities. Hang Guo Lao rode backward on his donkey. Lu Dongbin stood on his male and female swords. Han Shangzi sat on his flute. He Shan Gu floated on her lotus flower. Lan Kai he balanced on a flower basket, and Cao Guo Jiu stood on a jade tablet. All of them began to float effortlessly on the sea's surface. As the 8 divines drifted along the tumultuous waves, they experienced a new sense of excitement, different from flying through the clouds. They were having a fun time. Woohoo! Woohoo! Suddenly, Cao Guo Jiu pointed to the right and shouted, "Look, there's a mirage." Everyone turned to see a mountain rising from the sea. On the mountain, there were trees and buildings. It gradually ascended into the sky, transforming into clouds, which were quickly blown away by the wind. Han Shangzi remarked, "We are truly fortunate to witness this. The mirage is caused by the breath of a dragon in the sea, something one might only see once in 100 years. We're lucky." Just then, Lan Kai he suddenly disappeared. The group looked around in all directions, calling out his name, but there was no trace of him. Hang Guo Lao guessed, "It must be the Dragon King of the East Sea. He's unhappy with us showing off our powers on his sea and has captured Lan Kai. Let's go to the Dragon Palace and demand his release." Off they went to the Dragon King's palace, where they politely knocked on the door of their divines, not barbarians. But the Dragon King wasn't having it. He flat out refused to return Lan Kai, probably because the divines had been treating his sea like their personal playground. To make things worse, he sent his shrimp soldiers and crab generals to chase the 8 divines out of his watery domain. Now, if you think the divines were just going to run away from a seafood platter army, think again. They whipped out their magical treasures and a full-blown underwater battle ensued. Crab claws were flying, shrimp were snapping, and the divines fought back with their usual flair. In the chaos, they accidentally killed 2 of the Dragon King's sons. Well, when the Dragon King heard that, he was furious. He called his dragon buddies from the south, west, and north seas. Because, when one Dragon King is mad, he calls the whole squad. But the divines weren't done yet. Tai Guai Li pulled out his wine gourd. The guy was never without it and used it to suck up all the seawater. Meanwhile, the others brought Mount Tai, yes, an entire mountain, and threw it into the East Sea, which was now a desert. What was once an ocean was now a giant mountain range, and the Dragon Kings were beyond confused. The battle grew so intense that the skies darkened, and the sun and moon lost their light. The commotion alarmed the Taoist deity Tai Shang Lao Jun, the Buddha, and the goddess Guan Yin, who all rushed over to mediate. In the end, they reached a compromise. Lan Kai he would give 2 pieces of jade to the Dragon King of the East Sea as compensation for the loss of his 2 sons. And Guan Yin would move Mount Tai back to its original place. Because of this incident, the Jade Emperor demoted the 8 divines by 1 rank. From then on, they no longer dared to cause any more trouble outside. The story teaches us balance. The 8 immortals were bold, they used their strengths, and they worked together to overcome challenges, which are positive traits. However, they also let their mischievousness and recklessness get out of hand, leading to unnecessary conflict with the Dragon King. Their demotion reflects the idea that power and collaboration must be tempered with responsibility and respect for others' boundaries. So, while it's good to be bold and confident, there's a cautionary message about humility and knowing when to stop, showing that even great strength and unity should be used wisely.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to explore, learn, and get connected. See you in the next video.
Explore global cultures, find unity in diversity, stories that bridge worlds and hearts.
Long, long ago, in a time when legends were born and myths walked the earth, there existed a fearsome monster that haunted the deep, dark forests of ancient China. People whispered of its name with dread. They called it Nyan. Nyan was not like any ordinary creature. Its appearance was terrifying, its nature savage. It prowled the mountains and forests, preying on anything it could sink its sharp claws into: birds, beasts, insects with scales or shells. Nothing was safe from its insatiable hunger. Each day, it craved a different taste, from the tiniest of insects to the largest of humans, striking fear into the hearts of all who heard its name. But as terror spread, so did knowledge. People began to understand the patterns of Nyan's attacks. They learned that every 365 days, when the darkness enveloped the land, Nyan would venture forth from its lair to seek fresh prey among the villages and towns. Realizing they needed a defense against this monstrous threat, the people devised the plan. They called it the Chinese New Year's Eve. On this night, every household would unite in preparation. Fires were extinguished, stoves cleaned, and all entrances sealed tight. Chicken coops and cattle pens were secured, for Nyan had a particular fondness for these creatures. With their homes fortified, the people gathered together inside, sharing a grand feast known as the New Year's Eve dinner. It was a meal filled with both trepidation and hope, for they knew the night held the promise of danger but also the possibility of survival. Before partaking in the feast, they paid homage to their ancestors, seeking their blessings and protection against the terror of Nyan. And as they sat together, surrounded by loved ones, they found courage in each other's company. For they knew that together, they could brave whatever challenges the night brought. As the dawn broke and the first light of the new day chased away the darkness, the people emerged from their homes, victorious once again. And so, the tradition of staying up on New Year's Eve, of facing fears and embracing hope, was born, a testament to the resilience and unity of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Come on one, come on all. Let's engage in mindful discussions and fruitful exchanges together. Subscribe for a global perspective if you're passionate about cultural exchange, mutual understanding, and the beauty of diverse perspectives. Hit the subscribe button and join us on this enriching journey. Let's explore the world together, one story at a time. Thank you for watching.
Explore global cultures, find unity in diversity, stories that bridge worlds and hearts.
Long ago, nestled among the towering peaks of a mountainous region, there existed a village plagued by the terror of a ferocious lion. Each day, the villagers trembled in fear as the beast roamed the land, its roar echoing through the valleys, striking dread into the hearts of all who heard it. Unable to quell the menace on their own, the villagers turned to the divine for aid. Their prayers reached the ears of the compassionate Buddha, who, moved by their plight, descended from the heavens to offer his assistance. Disguised as a humble traveler, the Buddha ventured into the heart of the village. where he witnessed firsthand the havoc wrought by the lion. Determined to bring peace to the land, he devised a plan to confront the beast. At the break of dawn, as the first rays of sunlight bathed the village in golden hues, the Buddha emerged from his dwelling, clad in robes of saffron and gold. With gentle words and serene demeanor, he called upon the lion to heed his guidance and follow him to a place of tranquility. The lion, sensing the aura of wisdom and compassion emanating from the Buddha, ceased its rampage and bowed its head in reverence. With a nod of understanding, it consented to accompany the Buddha on his journey. Together, the Buddha and the lion embarked on a pilgrimage across the mountains, traversing rugged terrain and verdant valleys alike. Along the way, they encountered various trials and tribulations. But through the Buddha's guidance and the lion's strength, they overcame each obstacle with grace and determination. As they journeyed, the villagers watched in awe as the lion, once a symbol of fear and destruction, now walked side by side with the enlightened Buddha, its fierce countenance softened by the presence of divine wisdom. Finally, after days of travel, they arrived at a secluded grove nestled within the heart of the mountains. Here, amidst the tranquil beauty of nature, the Buddha bid farewell to the lion, offering it blessings for a peaceful future. With a gentle smile, the Buddha watched as the lion disappeared into the wilderness, its form blending seamlessly with the surrounding landscape. And as the echoes of their journey faded into the ether, the village rejoiced, grateful for the return of peace and harmony to their land. From that day forth, the legend of the lion and the Buddha became etched into the annals of history, celebrated each year through the vibrant tradition of the lion dance. And as the dancers donned their elaborate costumes and brought the tale to life through intricate movements and rhythmic beats, they honored the memory of the Buddha's compassion and the enduring spirit of unity and peace. Come on one, come on all! Let's engage in mindful discussions and fruitful exchanges together. Subscribe for a global perspective if you're passionate about cultural exchange, mutual understanding, and the beauty of diverse perspectives. Hit the subscribe button and join us on this enriching journey. Let's explore the world together, one story at a time. Thank you for watching.